Then they will give you these breadcrumbs that you cannot deny. They will be glaring in your face and they will lead you where to go. It might be a friend saying like, hey, I'm at this park, come see me. It's literally hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we are going to do a combination of some of my favorite books. We're going to do some page pulls. I have a whole stack of them right here. We're just going to go with the flow and I'm going to see what feels right. So I might even do a little random, this one. All right, we got Heart Thoughts by Louise Hay, one of my famous ones that I use all the time. All right, drop your shoulders, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, exhaling out loud. This drops us into our body and out of our mind. Oh, I love this already. I am always safe. When you hold your emotions down or hold things in, you create havoc within you. Love yourself enough to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Addictions like alcohol mask the emotions so that you don't feel. Allow your feelings to come to the surface. You may have to process quite a bit of old stuff. Start doing some affirmations for yourself so that you can do this easily, smoothly, and comfortably. Affirm that you are willing to feel your true emotions, and most importantly, keep telling yourself that you are safe. Please release the emotional attachment to beliefs from the past so that they don't hurt you now. If you live fully in the moment, you cannot be hurt by the past, no matter what it was. And I firmly believe this, that the past is in the past. Let it go. There is no reason to relive it. When you continuously retell stories over and over and over again, you're telling your nervous system basically that this is happening all over again. So we want to open up that nervous system and finally release the past and leave it there. We can take the lessons we've learned from the past and keep them with us, keep them in our heart. And if you didn't know, grief from the past, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a loss, that's going to surface and it's not really going to be in your control. Grief is one of the hardest things to feel, to process, to just experience in life. And it's continuous, like it just keeps showing up. And then you get better at processing it because you see that you're not in control of it. So when emotions arise, we feel them, we sit with them for like 90 seconds and we say, okay, this is here. I love it. I embrace it. I embrace my shame. I embrace my guilt. I embrace the heartbreak from somebody else. And you allow it to be there. And I'm telling you guys, within minutes, it dissolves. And the experiences in the past, and now the feelings, the version of you that held the emotions and the feelings from that event is what you're paying attention to. Okay, we're not reliving the event. We're paying attention to the version of us that was holding on to those emotions from that experience. And when we can allow him or her to be seen in that moment that it's surfacing, that's when it all kind of dissolves. I'm telling you guys, it works so well. I've had 12 years on my grief journey after the loss of my daughter. And you guys know losing a child is everybody's biggest fear. Like they're like, I don't know what I would do. That's why everyone's so frantically trying to keep their kids from getting hurt. And I am proof that I witnessed it. I felt it. I literally held my daughter as she was taking her last breath. And it is excruciating. But years and years later, as I've learned through this deep, dark process, it's going to surface when it comes up. I'm not in control of when these emotions are going to surface. So I had to surrender to the grief. I had to surrender to my soul. My soul knew what my human needed in order to move through this tragic thing, right? And then my awareness shifted and I became more aware of why did this happen? And okay, this isn't going to kill me. And I can still have joy and I can have grief in the same minute, in the same 20 minutes. You can have both. So the more you surrender, allow emotions to be there, leave the past behind. You know, I'm not sitting here now wishing things were different. I'm not wishing she was back here. I'm not trying to change all the pain that she felt, all the poking, all the needles, all the prodding, all the MRIs and surgeries that she had. I'm not trying to stop that, right? I'm not trying to stop her suffering anymore. I'm relinquishing control and saying, okay, her soul had that journey. And yes, I had to witness it as her mom and I wanted to save her. But, that's not my reality now. It already happened. So why do I relive it? I chose not to. And we can choose not to. So, what part of your past can you leave in the past? Take the lessons you learned, and now navigating the future, whenever those feelings arise, you are just holding the version of you that felt that pain at that time. And when you hold her or him and you see them 90 seconds, it's gone. As soon as they're seen, the feelings dwindle away. And then you don't even need alcohol. You don't even need drugs. You don't even need these addictions because you're actually dealing with what the addiction was covering up. So this is a really important tool that you all can do to help yourselves heal on your own. Embracing it, surrendering it, and not trying to say, I don't ever want to feel this again. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to my past. I don't want to feel that. You want to go and hold the version of you that felt that. That's what you should want to do. You should want to really love yourself even more because you experienced that pain. Like, I love myself so much. Every morning when I look at my daughter's photo, I think I'm a warrior. How did I survive that? How did I handle that? So it makes you just fully love yourself. And I don't need anybody else to know it. I wake up every morning and I say it to myself, and that's enough. So these experiences are actually helping you fall more in love with you. So I believe that's why our soul chooses it. Okay, let's do a little spirit animal. Stephen Farmer. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Subscribe if you have not already. I'm a huge teacher of synchronicity and signs, and I help you learn how to use them in your life to help guide you on your path. And this book was one of the very first books that I used to help me get messages every morning before my teaching day as a teacher. Oh, we got the red fox. It's important to be flexible and adaptable, using the resources you have immediately available. Let the fires of passion in your heart be expressed through some creative process. And I'm not surprised that we're getting this today because I woke up this morning and I have a blank day. I only have one client call at 3, and it's actually a couples call, and I'm really excited for it to help a couple navigate through healing their relationship. But I woke up and I was like, what do I want to create today? And this is what I encourage all of you to do. When you wake up every day, ask yourself, what am I creating today? Whether it's my speaker just went off, confirmation. Whether it's creating money for yourself, whether it's creating cool experiences, whether it's creating physical art, whether it's creating music. For me, it's content. This is what lights me up. I love getting dolled up and not knowing what I'm going to say next, not knowing what page we're going to pull. So the fox, the red fox, is saying, what are you creating today? Get yourself into a vibration of creation. Okay, because when we are creative, we feel good. The passion comes back into our heart. And that's what I'm going to coach the couple at 3 p.m. today. I'm going to tell them, like, what are you both doing to feed yourselves on the inside? Because if you can't feed yourselves and you don't know what you want, how can you feed the partnership? So that's where I'm going to start with that kind of coaching advice. So this is advice for all of you. If you're struggling with a relationship, maybe the relationship with yourself, what can you do today to feed your creativity? Okay, let's do one more page. Let's get another animal. Tell me when to stop. I heard stop. Okay. Ooh, a lemur. Okay, your power of clairvoyance will increase to the point where you'll be seeing your helping spirits more clearly. Ooh, that's interesting. Spend some time in a forest, the woods, or the bush. Find a tree, then sit and meditate with your back against it to see what messages or impressions you get. Explore the use of incense and aromatherapy for various purposes. Donate your time or energy to an organization that contributes to reforestation and is dedicated to halting deforestation. You may want to investigate any past links to Africa, particularly Madagascar. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can screenshot if you want. So this is a really specific message for somebody who's really into saving trees. little lemur. 162 is the page number. I felt guided to share that. So we have the lemur and the red fox. Okay, let's do ask your guides. I haven't done this one yet. I don't think I have. Sonia Choquette, I shared about this book on Audible, but not the physical book. This was one of my prerequisites. I had to read this in order to get Reiki certified. Left side. Ooh, I love this one. These are my favorite guides. Okay, it says, what are your runners? These are handy guides for all situations, and the first ones you may want to invoke for help. My teacher, Charlie, taught me to call them runners because that's exactly what they do. They run ahead and help you find things that you've lost or misplaced, or connect you to things that you seek, such as apartments, items on sale, or even parking spaces. Runners are spirits who are very close to the earth and the natural world and are usually indigenous souls who once inhabited the area where you reside today. For example, people living in America will often have Native American runners since they're connected to the territory where you are, not to your ancestral roots. Similarly, you can be African American living in England or Scotland and have a Celtic runner, or you could be a Chinese Australian living in New Zealand and have a Maori runner. A runner's loyalties are with the land, not with you. What these guides do best is sprinkle magic on your life. You see, the more magic you feel, the more you open your heart. And the more open your heart, the better your vibration and the happier your spirit. When your soul is delighted, everyone you meet feels it too. That's why the runner's work is so important. It keeps us believing in the goodness of life and of our world. I've invoked my runners for more than 30 years and they've never let me down. Sometimes they even help me find things I didn't know I'd lost. For instance, one morning last week, after a night of working late in my office, catching up on paperwork, I had an overwhelming urge to look through the wastebasket before my assistant arrived and emptied it. I grabbed a handful of papers I'd tossed in the night before and found an envelope containing 2 weeks worth of bank deposits, which I'd forgotten to drop off the day before. If not for my runners, I would have been seriously out of luck. And I love this message because ever since I read that book, I call on my runner guides all the time. This happened to me the other day. I asked my runners to help me find, I had little pearl earrings that I lost and I don't know where they went. And I asked them for help maybe like 3 days prior. Well, 3 days later, I'm out back and I'm watering my flowers, right, on my balcony. I literally find one of the earrings in the flower pot. I think they were in my pocket because the back was on the earring. So I think I had taken them out, maybe put them on a tray or put them in my sweatshirt hoodie pocket or something. And maybe I leaned over to water the flowers and they fell out. Well, the other day I found one. I'm still on the hunt for the other one, but I had forgotten that I asked my runners to help me find it. And then I found it in the flower bed. Like, how crazy is that? So your runner guides are literally the guides that can help you go ahead. It can help you get a parking spot, green lights. It can help you find something in a store. They can help you find something that you've lost. And they are, again, remember, they are particular to the land where we live currently. Okay, so you don't have to know specifically what kind of guides they are, or like, what nationality they are. You can just call them runners. You can call on them, say, runners, can you help me find this? Runners, can you help me find my new apartment? Runners, can you help me find the best place to go have a picnic? They will go ahead, then they will give you these breadcrumbs that you cannot deny. And they will be glaring in your face and they will lead you where to go. It might be a friend saying like, hey, I'm at this park, come see me. It's literally pulling you to what's best for you. And they know, if you invoke them, they will help. We have to use our voice though. Okay. So don't forget, in this message, we got the red fox. It's your passion. What are you doing creatively each day? Then we have the lemur, which is all about connecting with nature, going and sitting by a tree and meditating and seeing what you hear. Then we have our runner guides, calling on them to ask for help. Okay, so we have in this book, you guys should definitely get this book because she teaches about all the other types of guides that we have, the elements, the fire guides, the air guides, the earth guides, guardian angels, spirit guides. There are differences between these. They're not just all guides, right? They all have different names, and we can name them whatever we want too. We can ask them to give us the name. So make sure you read that book. You'll really, really like it, especially if you're new on the spiritual journey. That's like a foundational book that everybody should read, just so they have more of the laws about how our guides and our angels can help us and how they can't intervene unless we use our voice. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. Remember that you are powerful co-creators, right? And we are co-creating. So we are working with spirit to co-create our reality. And if spirit is giving us a message that we need to do something, we have to take action and do it. If it's clear the clutter, if it's go sit by a tree, this is stuff that I would encourage you guys to go do. Like, you actually have to do it. And that's what's going to get the ball rolling with all of your manifestations, with co-creating your reality, is we have to take action. That's why it's right? It's 50-50. We're doing 50% of the work, and then our guides and our angels in the universe, our higher self, are doing the other 50%. Okay, so first we ask, then they give us a breadcrumb, then we take action, and then they bring it to fruition and they bring it to us. And sometimes it's better than we could have ever expected. And that's what makes this journey so fun. And we have to expect magic every single morning because we are living in this reality where it does happen every single morning. So I'm sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. And if you want to work with me, everything is in the comments below. I run an 8-week mentorship, a group coaching program. I host the All Game, which is a spiritual board game. We can do it in groups of 3 or 4 women, or you can do it one-on-one with me. Everything is on my site. I'm sending you so much love. Have a wonderful day. All right, peace out.